What's going on, guys? Welcome on back to Second and Short and part 3 of our new edition series for 2021. Now let's talk about a guy that everybody's been talking about, Matthew Stafford. Now, I delayed doing this video till now, kind of push this whole series back because I feel like it gets overdone a little bit in the offseason right after people get signed. And we don't actually wait and see how the things develop and how the team starts setting themselves up. But now we can kind of see, you know, the players that they've drafted, the guys that they brought in free agency, and the guys that we think are going to be starters for them as well. Here's the reality. Matt Stafford is a fantastic quarterback, probably top 10 in the NFL. He's always been playing with the Detroit Lions team that hasn't had talent around him. And now he goes to the Los Angeles Rams via trade with Jared Goff involved, and he's got the best team he's ever had around him. So let's go ahead and go into the background of Matt Stafford. He was drafted number 1 overall by the Detroit Lions in 2009, coming out of Georgia. He was taken to be the franchise savior after the winless 08 season, 0-16. Now, after, a couple injuries his first 2 seasons, he exploded in 2011 with 5,000 yards. He was the 4th quarterback in NFL history. Then from 2011 to 2018, he started every single game for the Detroit Lions. He played through injury, had some shitty teams. Now, he finished his career with Detroit pretty much the leader of every franchise passing record there is. He will forever be the greatest quarterback in Detroit Lions history. Now, let's talk about the move, because normally right here we would talk about the contract and why, what they're getting paid and whatnot, how we think. But let's just talk about the deal. So we've already talked about it enough in the offseason, but here it is, the trade up on the screen for you guys. The rumors are circulating that Stafford wanted out of Detroit and he wanted to go somewhere with a winning culture. At the same time, LA fans and journalists were upset, and they started pointing fingers at Jared Goff, saying that he's the reason why the Rams were underperforming. So Stafford was sent to the Rams in exchange for Jared Goff. And then the Rams also sent away a 2022 and 2023 first-round picks, as well as a third-round pick in this past year's 2021 draft. This deal works great for both teams. Detroit's rebuilding. They get a younger quarterback. They get draft picks as well. We saw what they did with this year's draft to kind of turn stuff around. Now, what the Rams get is they get a guy that is potentially, probably, going to fit better for their system, going to be a better just player overall that is going to improve the team. If you improve at the most important position, your team is going to do better. It's simple as that. Now, like I've already said, he's got a better roster. He's got better pass protection. That's the biggest thing right there. The fact that he's not going to have to run for his life is going to do wonders for him. The fact that he's not going to have to always be playing from behind is going to do wonders for him, because he's got a defense that can step up and stop people. Yes, I know the Rams have went through some changes. They've lost some defensive players, but they still have Aaron Donald, who's the best defensive player in the NFL. They have a brand new kind of system there, but I think it's still going to work. The Rams culture is still going to continue with a good defense. They're going to get a lot of sacks. They're not going to allow a ton of points. This team here with Stafford now, he also comes in with better receiving core. Yes, I know he once had Calvin Johnson, but now he has Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp to throw to. It is fantastic. I mean, Robert Woods is one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL, and that is going to be Matt Stafford's favorite target. And then Cooper Kupp underneath is going to shred and dominate. Both guys could end up with 90-plus catches this year. Another key thing here is that Stafford is not afraid to take risks, unlike Goff. He is going to air it out when he needs to. He's going to try and fit in that tight hole whenever he can, and it's going to lead to more successful big boom plays for the Los Angeles Rams. He knows how to lead comebacks. Last year, the Rams had some manageable 1-score defeats that would have changed where their placement was. They wouldn't have been in a situation going into the playoffs, and they might have not even went into the playoffs as, playing in a entry wildcard game. They could have potentially been a 1 seed had they had better quarterback play last year with those easy losses against the 49ers and the Jets. Matt Stafford knows how to lead a comeback, so if the situation arises where the Rams defense can't hold on, he's going to be able to provide you with that flavor to get a comeback. Now, let's talk about the impact he's going to have. We've kind of been dipping our toes in the water here and there, taking little guesses and splashes as I've been talking. According to Second and Short staff writer Aaron, he thinks that the Rams became the favorites in the NFC. Now, according to me, they also became the favorites. That's two for two. We got 2 more of the people here on Second and Short. Their opinions are a little different, but they still think collectively as a group, we can put our averages of what we have their record going. We have them winning around 11.5 games is our average for all 4 of us. They're going to be a really good team in 2021. They're going to have the ability to potentially win the number 1 seed out of the NFC. They're going to be able to win their division. Now, yes, they lost Cam Akers. We understand that has an impact, but Matt Stafford's played without running backs before. He's going to use whatever he has in front of him to get the job done. And the fact that the Rams have good offensive line blocking, pass and run, it is going to provide stability for them. So Stafford comes in, making the Rams a favorite. Short term, that's the impact. He's going to provide them with a little spark that they haven't had for a while, assuming that Matt Stafford is around for 3-4 years. Long term, this means that they're set at the quarterback position and they're going to be a Super Bowl contender for the next several years. They don't have a first round pick forever. They haven't had a first round pick forever. Really doesn't seem to affect them. They seem to be pretty decent drafters at filling their roster the way they need to from rounds 2 through 7. So Matt Stafford is going to come in right away, short term, Super Bowl contender. Long term, Super Bowl contender if he resigns, core stability at the top of the NFC. Predictions this year for Matt Stafford is that he's going to easily eclipse 4,500 yards. He's going to have 34 plus touchdowns. Yes, a big year for him. I really see Matt Stafford taking a huge step up and being in that MVP conversation come mid-season, where we start to settle out and we go from 12 guys are MVPs to we start cutting it down to 5 or 6. He's going to be in that conversation. He's already going to be in it all the way down to the final 3 or 4. It all depends on how my pick from the AFC does. I think Matt Stafford has a real shot at winning MVP this year, leading the Rams to the number 1 seed in the NFC, as well as potentially winning that Super Bowl that escaped them a couple years ago. And that's going to do it for us here on Second and Short. Look below me. We've got TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We got daily content going up everywhere. We're always putting up something for you guys. Be sure to look for us on TikTok every day. We're always posting something. And if you want to see us talk about something else, hit us down below in the comments. I want to hear 2 things from you guys. Comment down below your prediction for Matt Stafford this year, and give me an idea for another video that you guys want to hear me talk about. On top of that, hit that subscribe button down below before you do get out of here, and leave a like. And be sure to check out the Cheap Seats, Second and Short's rendition of fantasy and dynasty football, where every week we talk about a brand new topic, helping guide you through some dynasty clarity. And that's going to do it.